Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Davo from Esports, bringing you another 1v1 Starcraft 2 cast today. Again, it is on Ohana LE, which is the ladder edition of the awesome map, which is Ohana. In the top left-hand corner, we have our red Terran, who is Spartacus. And in the bottom right-hand corner, we have our blue Zerg, who is Splinter. Excellent. These are a gold and platinum level players. These are what they are. Awesome. And I really like watching these levels of games because they can be really fun and unpredictable. Just when you think one person has won, it turns out that another person has won, or something like that. And that is how they can be unpredictable. I had armor, but that was it. Surely that has to be a wrong conversation of some sort, because we don't have anything mentioning that in the past. No, we do not. Cool beans. Excellent. So I don't think Splinter is gonna... No, he is gonna give a reply to that. Maybe this is a custom game. Maybe these guys have played before. The tinkering suspicions are beginning to swell and grow. We will have to see what is going on later on in the game. Maybe they will bring us more light. I do always try and cast stuff on the fly, as it were, and it does actually look like maybe Splinter is actually going to be going and scouting his opponent right now, because the spawning pool is just going down. I was beginning to think that maybe we were going to see an early hatchery from Splinter, but nope, the spawning pool was going down, and the drone is going to go and scout, very nicely touching the Zelnaga towers right there, and that's pretty damn important. Another thing that is pretty damn important that the Spartacus is doing is blocking off the top of his ramp, because he is a Terran and his opponent is a Zerg. Excellent. Even if his opponent is a Zerg, which is actually a rat who secretly trains Ninja Turtles in a sewer. You will understand that if you have seen the Ninja Mutant Hero Turtles. I think that's the European version, because it had different names, that show. It was the Hero Mutant Ninja Turtles, I think. God, I don't know. There's many different versions of the same name. Pop along to Cinemassacre.com, actually. There's a whole load of videos about them. And Cinemassacre rocks. I've been enjoying Cinemassacre for years, and it's really good fun to watch and enjoy. Hooray. Expand your film knowledge. Films are great. So there we are. We do have Spartacus scouting right now and finding that his opponent does indeed have a really nastily, badly maintained swimming pool that has a throbbing heart in it. Also known as a spawning pool, which helps Zerg players get their Zerglings, and these Zerglings are going to find this SCV and murder him savagely, unless the SCV is going to be able to get away, but I don't think he is, because Zerglings are actually slightly faster than SCVs. The Overlords stand there completely indifferent while mourning the corpse of said SCV. A tongue sticky outy face there from Splinter, probably referring from the SCV that just got completely pwned over there on his ramp. Meanwhile, the Extractor, which Splinter very cleverly put on top of Spartacus, is Geyser, goes down from marine fire. Yes, oh yes it does. We do have metabolic boost on the way for Splinter right now, which does make the Zerglings quite a lot faster. And here we can see the badly maintained swimming pool, also known as the spawning pool, quivering with excitement as it is researching the metabolic boost upgrade. Excellent. And there we are, the Spinecrawler going down as well, because Splinter is a safe kind of guy. And he wants to make sure that no craziness is going to go down, but he might want to inject into that second hatchery. There we go, that is all done and good right now. Creep tumors on the way. Great creep spread. Creep spread very important for Zerg players. And something else that's pretty important for Zerg players versus Terran, in many situations, but not always, is a Baneling nest. Yes! Because then we get to see Marines melt into the ground into green piles of goo. Ugh. And that is always fun. That's one of the reasons I actually like casting Terran, because their death animations are spectacular. Best death animation in the game, you know what? It is the Reaper, baby. The Reaper knows how to die. The Reaper definitely knows how to die. We have a nice stim on the way as well, which is, of course, Marines just taking drugs and going mental. And that's also pretty cool. But not a reason I cast Terran. Now, we do have a nice wall off here from Spartacus. Terrans do like to wall off in various different ways. Some will lift their barracks down to just plop them down there and do it like that. Some will build supply depots, as you can see. And Spartacus is one of these guys who just builds supply depots, and that's absolutely fine. All that circling gets in, but doesn't actually see very much, as he is instantly gunned down by these crack-addled maniacs, which are Marines. Yet, at the moment, they're not actually crack-addled, because their injection upgrade is not finished just yet. So, some nice creep spread here from Splinter, actually. And of course, as mentioned previously, creep spread is very, very important. We have a hatchery. Hooray! A hatchery, a hatchery, a hatchery, a third hatchery right there for Splinter, which will definitely help us macro game out quite a lot. I mean, quite a lot of high-level Terrans do like to kind of put a Hellion in the base of various players, and it does actually look like maybe Spartacus is going to be doing that. He is actually putting down a command center as well, so he too is going to be taking his third base as well, so this should be a pretty exciting kind of macro-orientated game. Awesome. Also, the layer tech is about halfway, a little bit less than halfway. I'm just being generous for Splinter right now, so we should see other units like Mutalisks and Infestors coming out of there, and that's really, really fun. The Mutalisk, of course, is the bastard of the sky, because they are really, really good units. They're very fast, they do splash damage, they're the perfect harassment unit, really, for mineral lines that are unguarded by missile turrets. But we do have double engineering bay on the way for Spartacus, and that definitely means that we'll probably see some missile turrets on the field, especially if he uses one of these scans to see what his opponent is up to, which at the moment doesn't look like it has happened. No. Right here we do have, I'm going to guess, yep, there's 2 evolution chambers down as well, which actually creates a nice kind of wall off for the ramp as well. 1 weapons and 1 armor on the way for Spartacus right now, which is of course a very good thing. He will need that going forward into the game. And the siege tank upgrade, wowee, it is hot here. It is very hot. Whew, or at least it's hot for me, i.e. the weather, that is, not just anything. Excellent, so we do have destructible rocks being destructibled by these Marines with their guns, and they are now officially crack-addled maniacs because the stim pack is finished. Hooray! But you know what? They're just not that pissed off enough to use their crack on... Wow, Spartacus really likes walling. Sorry, the Marines aren't that pissed off at the rocks to use their crack on shooting them faster. No, they are not. So we do have a Spire on the way for Splinter right now, so it does actually look like maybe we're going to see some Mutalisk play right now. Mutalisks can be terrible to deal with as Terran. More destructible rocks going down right here for Splinter, and it does actually look like this is going to be his 4th expansion location when the game gets to that point. 1 weapons, 1 armor going down for him also. He's just going to run some lings up here to make sure that there is no funny business like really, really quick 4ths being taken, which hello, might be the case soon, even though we do have an orbital command kind of just hovering over here. These SCVs can't be liking working with that dangling over their heads. But there we go, that command center over there does look like it's going to be landed pretty soon, and very, very solid macro games actually coming out of both of our players right now, apart from, I don't think Spartacus is making SCVs anymore. I mean, oh, well, actually, granted, he's actually reached saturation on both of his orbital commands. Oh, the SCV production has restarted, and when he's taken the 3rd, of course, that's a great idea, especially seeing as he is essentially doing a double expand with another command center being built in the in that natural expansion of his base. We have 8 Mutalisks coming out onto the field right now. The Spire right here does just that and stands tall and proud. Let's get some GSL camera work in here. Oh yeah, stands nice, tall and proud, just waiting for the time that a siege tank can blow it up or something very similar like that. That's a pretty cool place to put a Spire, if I'm honest. Now let's actually see what Spartacus saw with that scan. He saw the whole army baneling threat, and all that stuff. And he, of course, has seen the Terran army that is moving in. And, ooh, wow, that's not great positioning to be in there if you are a Terran army, but the Terran army does actually move away pretty quickly. The siege tanks are going to go down very, very quickly indeed. A very nice split from Spartacus, actually. Not bad at all. That's one of the better splits I have actually seen from this level of player. And that does happen quite a lot, where Terran units will lose a lot of stuff on creep. Unfortunately, that is just the name of the game sometimes, but that was a very, very decent split there from Spartacus. And you know what? He is ahead in supply at the moment. Splinter still may be going for a remax. But if you look at the amount of larvae at the hatcheries, he doesn't actually have much larvae, so he might not be going for that remax just yet. I think Splinter is conscious of the fact that Spartacus is going to want to be expanding over here right now, though, and it is actually going to get in there and start destroying these SCVs. The SCVs are legging it right now, and quickly some Marines come in and take care of some of these Zerglings and Mutalisks, which of course are light biological units. They could also probably just head over there and snipe that Overlord, which exactly they are going to do. Boom, down goes the Overlord, unable to take more machine gun fire from the angry Marines. 2 weapons and 2 armor going down right now for Spartacus as well. And Spartacus is actually playing a very, very solid game at the moment. He's using the orbital command, his spare orbital command, to make SCVs, which is very, very good idea, of course. You know, constantly making SCVs is probably the best way to get ahead in Starcraft, in the grand scheme of things in the league. And here we go. We do actually look like we're going to have another push coming out pretty soon from Spartacus. I mean, that split that he did before was pretty good, actually. I mean, for the level of play, not bad at all. So maybe we will see more magic like that. But Splinter doesn't actually have any Banelings on the field at the moment, so he might not actually have to do a split right now. A scan from Spartacus going down straight on top of the Zerg army, and it does look like Spartacus' army is actually just going to be heading straight down here and causing all sorts of trouble pretty quickly. And I mean, these Marines are now pissed off. They are crack-addled indeed, and they have actually just been able to flat-out focus down that hatchery, because Marines do so much damage per second. They are a very, very good unit indeed. And there are some Zerglings just quickly running in and popping back out again. The centrifugal hooks upgrade is actually finished for the Banelings right now, and that can be very, very dangerous, especially when on creep. Oh, those Marines needed to run away, and they did. That's a fairly nice split from Spartacus, but not quite good enough, and it does actually look like Infestors are on the field, and Fungal Growths are going down as well. Now, Fungal Growths can really, really damage Marines, especially when they are clumped up pretty badly. And this does look like it could be curtains for Spartacus' army again. But overall, I mean, his macro is just absolutely intense. He's ready to go again. Splinter at 94 supply, not quite ready to go. He has lost a hatchery as well. I think Splinter is actually really, really struggling here against his Terran opponent, who is doing a fantastic job with his macro. And that really, really annoying Zergling does look like he will get absolutely destroyed in the face of said Marines. 3-3 weapons and armor coming down for our Marine pals right now. And of course, they are joined by siege tanks and medevac, so everything is all good. It's a very standard kind of Terran composition. More and more Terrans are opting to go for this composition against Zerg rather than the mech play, but this is a pretty... I mean, Spartacus is now capped. How many probes does he have? Okay, Spartacus has 88 probes, or SCVs. That could be considered as maybe too many. I mean, his army could be quite a lot bigger. If you were to shave off, let's say, 18 of those and take it down to 70 workers right there, it could be a bit bigger. You know, I mean, I'm just saying. Maybe dumping some SCVs might be a good idea right now. Oh, and Overlord's going down there, and now, of course, that makes Splinter... Oh, if those Overlords could have got taken down right there. These siege tanks do need to focus fire these Banelings down pretty quickly. Oh, big Baneling hits going down right there. But, again, fairly nice splits from Spartacus. A scan would do him the world of good, taking down those Infestors, which are very, very expensive units indeed. Splinter will not want to lose those. Splinter asking what league, because Spartacus is quite frankly dominating right now, and Spartacus is the Platinum League player, and I believe Splinter is gold. Very nice splits. Yes, they are very nice splits. Very nice splits for the league. Good times. Good game from Splinter. And that is that. Alright guys, that was awesome actually. Thanks a lot for watching. Have a nice day. Enjoy playing Starcraft and I'll talk to you later. Cheers.